ガオーガオー食べちゃおう。おはようみんな。Hello everyone. Hello Star Scene. Thank you for coming today. I'm a little sleepy. I took a nap, so I'm still a little sleepy. I did vigorously test the stream yesterday, so hopefully there will be no scuff and no issues. Hopefully, I'm hoping. Already YouTube is giving me a warning. I don't know what for. But we're gonna play a little bit of KamiYaba today. KamiYaba? Maybe it's KamiYaba. I forget which one. KamiYaba. We're gonna be playing a little bit of KamiYaba from Hulat. So that'll be fun. It shouldn't be too taxing, I would think. It seems to be around the 2-hour mark is when things start to fall apart. So we're gonna keep it a short stream today. Don't jinx it, okay? We'll try not to jinx it. Hopefully everything goes well because I tested it for several hours yesterday and nothing really went wrong. So fingers crossed, if anything goes wrong, please let me know. So like I said, we're playing KamiYaba by Hulat. It is a moige. It is like a fun little romance game. It honestly it required some work, this game. It had some bugs in it I caught. And also I didn't like the translation. They did some stuff like they translated Oni-chan, Big Brother. They translated it as Bubba, which is like the worst thing you could ever translate it to. Period. The worst thing you could translate Oni-chan to is Bubba. It was terrible. It was just awful. So I found a patch that inserted the H scenes. I also found a patch to fix the translation and to fix the bugs. So I have 2 patches applied to this game. So it should be ready to go now. Hello River, hello Lemon, hello. It's a VN, how bad can it be? You would think you should be able to handle a VN. PC-kun should be able to handle a VN. You would think. There have been incidents on like my laptop when like playing Oz Mafia. I remember the sprites would get like stuck mid-translation. That wasn't a problem with the software, that was a problem with OBS. So hopefully nothing will go wrong. Oni-chan equals Papa. No. Not Papa. Bubba. B-U-B-B-A. Which is like the ugliest sounding word you could possibly translate it to. I hated it. I played a little bit of it on my own and that's when I ran into the bugs. There was an issue with like some of the sprites were appearing over the CG and that should not be. I got this game during the Steam sale, so it was like below $5. Well worth it, especially after you apply the patches to it. But yeah, there were some issues, definitely issues. I called my dog that. See, that's okay for a dog. That's okay for a dog. Like if you call your dog Buddy or Baba, that's cool. But like Oni-chan, you're gonna call your Oni-chan Baba? I don't like it. I did not like how they decided to translate that. But like I said, I applied a patch. So, the story of the game is about you play a guy and he runs into like this mysterious girl and she has powers and there is a number that appears by each each dateable, winnable heroine, right? And for each one, there's a number, and how high that number is how attainable she is, how close you are to dating her. And like some of them have a really low number, like 16 or something. Other ones have like a number of like 1,000,000. So it's kind of interesting to see like the difficulty level or like the hard level for the heroine. Clearing the level of difficulty. Hello, Jitsu, hello! I want to say good morning because I just woke up from a nap. Good morning, Ohio! I'm still sleepy from the nap. It was like an hour nap. I really needed it. I took a nap on my great big Meryl plush again. It is so comfy. It makes such a good pillow. I'm gonna have to wash it though eventually because it's probably not good to sleep on a plushie instead of a pillow. How do you wash an extremely large Pokemon plushie? I don't know. Maybe I need to put like a pillowcase on the Meryl when I sleep on it. I don't know. But it was very comfy. It's so cozy. It's what is it? It's the Squishmallow. It's the big Squishmallow. So it's nice and soft. It makes a great pillow. It's a little high maybe for the neck, but other than that, it's a great pillow. Let me get a quick drink of water. I am so sleepy. I also tested mouthwashing yesterday and I was able to make that cake. So it turned out all right. I don't know what is with the issue. I think maybe it's like a issue with the internet connection or the browser. I don't know. I don't know what the issue is, but I'll try my best to fix it. I can't reset the router because it's really, really high up. It's like 10 feet high. I don't have a ladder. But hopefully what corrections I did will make it better. Thank you for the little horn. I saw that little party horn. Thank you. Squishmallows, yeah. I love a squish. Look behind me. See this? You see these little white bears up here on the shelf? You got the brown and white bears, and then below that you got the bear heads. The white bear heads. That's essentially what a squishmallow is. It's like a soft pillow, essentially. They don't really have much in the way of features, but it's really soft and it's really squishy. I love getting the really, really big ones. The really, really big ones. Those are so fun. Bear dongo. They do kind of look like dongo. Oh god, no! You can't invoke memories of the dongo song from Planet. No! We can't think about that or it gets too sad. Dango, dango. No. We can't talk about that. We can't talk about Planet. I will cry. But yeah, Squishmallow is essentially it's like a minky, mochi kind of fabric. It's so soft, guys. I love the huge one. Any kind of large, overstuffed, stuffed animal I am a huge fan of. Too late. No, we can't talk about Planet. We can't talk about Planet. I don't think of Ukyo and I will cry. We cannot. Although, Tomoyo was always my favorite girl. Tomoyo. And Kyo. Ryo was also good. Like the twins. Oh god. The tennis scene. The tennis court scene. Oh no, I can't. Oh, making me nostalgic and sad. We should all watch Planet. I have not played the game Planet. I know. Shame on me. I have not played Planet. But I've seen the anime. Starfish Girl. Fuko is great. Tomoya or Tomoyo? I always get it mixed up. Tomoya or Tomoyo? I always get it mixed up. One of them is protagonist, one of them is the silver-haired girl. I get it mixed up. I know I haven't played the game, I know. I actually backed the Kickstarter for the English version of it. Did I ever get the English version of Planet? Hold on, let me look at my shelf. Hold on a second, I need to check my shelf. Right now. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. So I do have a hard copy of Planet. From the Kickstarter I backed, the The Kickstarter, the English copy from the Kickstarter. I do not have the PSP games. I never played it. It's a Wonderful Life, which does have H scenes, I believe. I believe the Fandis does have It's a Wonderful Life, the Fandis. I believe it does have H scenes. I'm half asleep, chat. Okay, don't expect me to be coherent. I'm gonna get a real quick drink of water. Hold on. Oh, I didn't know May had a root. That's cool. One thing I really liked about the Planet anime is that the OVAs, honestly, were the best part. They were the best part to me because it was so cool to have like a... It was so cool to have like an OVA where you could see what if he chose a different girl, you know, instead of Nagisa. That was so cool. I really enjoyed that. More anime should do that. More anime should have like a spin-off or a what-if kind of OVA in which the other girls get to win. No, not It's a Wonderful Life movie. Not the Christmas movie! Not the Christmas movie! Hold on, I need to look it up. Tomo... Not the Christmas movie. Tomoyo, I was right. It is Tomoyo. Tomoyo after It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, that's it. Ooh, it's on Steam. Awesome. So that does have H scenes. I need to get it. YouTube, stop warning me. It keeps warning me. I don't know why. Whatever. You need a bitrate of 6800, whatever. You know about the True End of Planet? I do know about the True End of Planet. I really like, who is it? The violin girl. The violin girl. Kotomi, I think? In the VM, you need to do everyone's routes to unlock it. I know that much. It is saying... Here, I'll copy paste it into like, the chat. This is what it's saying. Oh, whoops, that's Twitter. Hold on. I don't know why it's being hard. Why is it being difficult? Come on, YouTube, give me a break. This is what it says. I didn't have a problem with this yesterday, but I didn't change anything from yesterday, I think. I don't know. Whatever, I'll fix it after the stream. Whatever it is, I'll fix it after the stream. Kotomi, I think, is the violin girl. I like her too. In fact, all the girls are pretty good. But Tomoyo is my favorite. Uko is good too. Sunohara, I don't think has a route. No BL route. Urge to live. Draining. I also haven't played Air. I haven't seen Air. I haven't seen Canon. I haven't played Canon. But I have seen Clannad. Which is like amazing. Clannad is up there. One of the earlier visual novel anime adaptations, along with like Dean's Fate Stay Night. Does anybody remember Dean's Fate Stay Night? That adaptation, I don't care what people say, I have a soft spot for that adaptation because it was the only adaptation that adapted the Saber route. Nobody else adapted the Saber route. Not Unlimited Blades Works, not Heaven's Feel, not Zero, not any of the many Fate anime. None of them adapted Saber's route, which makes me very, very upset. They should at least do a trilogy, you know? They should do a movie trilogy for the Fate route. I will be there day one to get a ticket, because Saber is best girl. Arteria, I don't care what the stupid official name is, like ALT. Altria? They call it something incredibly stupid. Altria? But it's Arteria! A-R-T-U-R-I-A. It's Arteria. It's Arteria. I don't care what the official translation says. There needs to be an adaptation of Saber's route. A new adaptation. あ、ふみさん、来てくれてありがとう。今はただのアニメ雑談だよ。リンのフレイトしていないとのアニメ見たかな？フレイトしていないとのアニメ見たかな？キーのクラナートのアニメ見たよね？すごく有名なアニメだよ。I also like the Mashidoido Symphony anime, but they didn't adapt the true route, which is like insane to me. They didn't adapt Aidi's route. Instead, they went with one of the random side heroines. It's insane. They went with the least interesting girl, Miyu. No hate, but she is the least interesting. I guess it's so they could give Sana more of a love triangle. Like, it was a good adaptation. I love a tragic love triangle. I guess so Sana could have more screen time, but like, they didn't adapt Airi. She's the main heroine. It's like insane to not adapt it. You could have done Sakuno for the incest route. You could have gone Anje for the maid. You could have gone in any direction other than Miyu. But I guess they wanted the love interest, the love interest to have the love triangle with Miyu and Sana. So at least Sana got a lot of screen time in the latter half of Mashidoido Symphony. But like, how can you not adapt Aidi's route? It's insane. I don't understand why they did that. Why would you not adapt the main heroine? I don't understand. Fumi-san, Mashidoido Symphony no anime 見たかな？ Mashidoido Symphony no anime アイリちゃんのルートやっぱりなかったよね。みゆちゃんのルートはアニメになったよ。The game was already big. Mashidoido Symphony's game was already big. I don't feel like Mashidoido Symphony was that big. It did eventually get a PSP port, which was great. And then it got the remake with the Mashidoido Symphony remake, and it got the Sana route, got a PC port from the PSP, but then they left out an entire heroine who was on the PSP. She was so cool. I don't know, the anime has flaws, for sure. But if you want like a sad love triangle, Mashidoido Symphony is good. But like Sana should have won. You know, why not just make it an anime original ending if you're gonna do that, you know? If you're gonna focus on Sana, why not just make Sana the winner? Is it so she can be tragic? Is it so everybody can feel bad for her? I don't know. But yeah, they chose Miyu, which was like a baffling and insane choice. But I do like how much characterization it lended to Airi and Sana, and even the other characters. There's a very sad scene at the latter half of the series where Sana tries to call the protagonist in tears, and then she decides that she's terrible and that she just has to not love him anymore. It's so sad. And then all the losing heroines decide to be single forever. It's so sad. Like, they made the anime unnecessarily so sad. They made it so sad, completely unnecessarily. That's maybe why I like it. I like that it went so bold with it. But you could have picked anyone more interesting than Miyu. I don't know. I don't dislike Miyu, but like any other heroine would have been more interesting. Or like, why not have multiple seasons and each season is a different heroine? What did Yosuga no Sora do? I never saw the anime for Yosuga no Sora, but I believe they kind of did that, where every couple episodes they had a different girl. Is that not what they did? Every couple episodes was a different love interest? And then they ended the series on Sora's route, of course. Is that not how they did it in Yosuga no Sora? I've never watched it because I couldn't ever track down a copy of it. But I think that's how they did it. Anyway, I do love that anytime an eroge or anytime a visual novel gets an anime adaptation is super cool. I totally lost the thread of what I was saying earlier. Something about Planet, that got me thinking about Fate, that got me thinking about Mashidoido Symphony. Yeah, more anime adaptations of visual novels, please. More, please. More, please. I can't think of any other visual. Summer Pockets. Summer Pockets, I think, is airing right now. And then I also believe, let's see. So Summer Pockets is airing right now, and then Nukitashi, I believe, is also getting an anime adaptation, which is insane. It was the childhood friends and the other girl routes, and then the other half of it was Sora. Oh, good! So they gave Sora a bunch of screen time, as it should be. Okay, good. I need to watch it. I have not seen it. Let me get a drink of water. Hold on. I know Summer Pockets is airing. I really want to see it. And then didn't Achi? A-T-R-I, didn't that just get an adaptation as well? Atori? I believe that just got an adaptation. Summer Pockets is airing, and then Nikitashi is going to air. I don't think it started airing yet. Oh. That scene at the door is probably the most infamous anime scenes. I would say one of the more famous visual novel scenes for sure. For sure! I love it when an incest route is taken really, really seriously. I love it when it's like taken very seriously. There's a lot of drama. That's probably one of my favorite things about like Mashidoido Symphony and Saku Saku. They take it very seriously. There's a lot of fallout from it. Like, I like it when they address the taboo of it. There's consequences for it. You know, like in Yosuga no Sora. I really like it when they have consequences. And drama. You know? I know Oni-chan and Moto is really popular in visual novels, but I love it when it comes with, like, weight. And not an anime, but an eroge I played quite a while ago. Cafe Sourier. It was from Cuffs. It was spelled S-O-U-R-I-R-E. That was a game I played in its entirety. So good! First off, so good. The art style, beautiful. It was one of the few eroge illustrated by Gario, I believe. Gario. They also illustrated Garden. And Sakura Musubi. Also by Cups. And then I believe Cafe Sourier was one of the last games that they illustrated for. But anyway, I'm getting back to it. It's about these two childhood friends, the boy and this tsundere girl, right? And the tsundere girl has a mother, single mother, and the protagonist has a single father. You see where this is going? I have not played Hoshizora no Memoria in its entirety, so I can't comment on it. I have not played it in its entirety. I played little bits and pieces of it. I should play it. But anyway, back to Cafe Sourier. Protagonist has a single father. Tsundere, childhood friend, has a single mother. Their parents decide to get married. Which makes the protagonist and his tsundere childhood friend step-siblings. And the tsundere, it's been a long time since I played this, I'm trying to remember. The tsundere childhood friend, I believe she has a stepsister. They're not blood related. They make a big deal about it. They're not blood related. She's adopted. They make a huge deal out of this. And the older sister, the adopted sister, is very sweet and very kind and very ama-embo, motherly, ara-ara type. And then you have the little sister who's tsundere. And so they're all step children now, step family now. And the tsundere childhood friend has been in love with the protagonist since forever. And I'm trying to think, if you go on the older sister's route, it's like very sweet, very cuddly, because she's not only is she not blood related to him, she's also adopted into the family, so it's like twice removed. But I remember she made a big deal about feeling that she didn't belong in the family, that she was just like a burden because she was adopted and she's not like the real big sister to her little sister. That was very, very sweet. It really centered on the themes of family. And then you have the little sisters route, the Syndicate childhood friends route, and that was so sad, so angsty, really surprisingly angsty. They kind of... You mean you don't get your parents to adopt your sister so you can marry her? Hold on, I'm getting to that. So what happens is, the Syndicate childhood friend, maybe I should have pictures to better explain it. Hold on. Let me pull up some pictures to explain it to you better. Let me get some pictures. Hold on, I need to explain it better. Okay, hold on. Okay, keep in mind, I may not be 100% correct because my memory is fuzzy. It's been a long time since I played it, but, so you got protagonist, right? I'm gonna talk about this for a while, so bear with me. So you got protagonist. You got Syndicate, childhood friend, little sister. You got older sister, who's adopted, not blood related. Okay, are you with me so far? Are you with me? YouTube is not receiving enough video to make it smooth streaming. Come on! Fight me, YouTube. Come on. I'll fix this later. I'll fix this after the stream. But the point is, okay, so my memory is very fuzzy, but from what I can remember, she is adopted. She is not related to her. They are not related. These two are not related. And then they all of these become step siblings. And if these two date, then this one feels left out. And she wants to be more of a family to her, right? But if these two date, then it becomes very angsty because she feels that she's betraying her. She feels that she's betraying her older sister. And she finally stops being Syndicate because she wants to confess her feelings to him. And she finally gets up the courage to stop being Syndicate and confess her feelings. And then he rejects her. Because he's like, we're siblings, we can't! Despite the fact that they're step siblings. Hello, Memento. I'm explaining a very complicated love triangle from a very fuzzy memory of a game that I played like 10 years ago, so bear with me. Hello, Memento. So, she spends so much time of her route trying to win him over. And he keeps saying, we can't, we're siblings now, we can't. And, oh my god, there was this scene where she, has to beg him for, a kiss or something. And she's like, I'm here for, a good night kiss, you know? Hey, Oni-chan, can I have a good night kiss? And he's like, on the forehead. And then he just closes the door in her face! And then she cries. That was a really sad scene. I need to replay this game. It's been so long since I played it. I'm going off of memory, but... So yeah. So, in short, they're all adopted. But this one is adopt... These two are stepsisters. These two are stepsisters to begin with. These two are stepsisters. This one is the older, this one is the younger. And they're both in love with this guy, and they all become step-siblings. It's wild. You should all play the game. My memory is very fuzzy. I probably got some details wrong. But yeah, it's a great game. I love it when there's, consequences to incest in eroge. I like it. I like it when they emphasize the taboo nature of it. You know? Okay, I've blathered up long enough. Oh my god, I spent 40 minutes blathering. Okay, we'll play the game now. We'll play the game now. I promise we'll play the game now. Alright, let's go over it. In short, cuff games are like a game of the year. They're wonderful. Let's actually fire up the game. Where is it? Where is it? I know it's here. Ah. Here you are. Blathering is fun too. Thank you. I'm glad you find it fun. Let me pull up OBS so I can see it
この
again.
度は神頼みしすぎて俺の未来がやばいを起動してくださり誠にありがとうございます。ちょっと硬いですよななみさん。神頼みしすぎて俺の未来がやばい。
Oh, I completely missed that it had dicking in the title. Whoops! I completely missed that it had that in the title. Oh well. As expected from Hulat, all the artwork is beautiful. All the heroines are super cute. They all have interesting character designs. They're all super cute. So we're gonna do.
ロードってやつだね。
This is what I was playing on my own. This is what I was playing on my own. But we're gonna start from the beginning.
私たちの物語へようこそ。私とお友達になってくれますか？
Hell yeah, I'll be your friend. Alright. The little intro bit was cute, yeah. I think I accidentally skipped it and that's why it cut off. Up until now, I never thought of myself as anything special. Take the heroes in manga and anime, for example. They're amazing. Also, if there's an issue, like a lagging or anything, let me know. I want to see what I can do to fix it. Anyway, their efforts always pay off. But I'm different. I can't be like them. And that's why my life's so uneventful. Convenient occurrences, special cases, mysterious happenings. None of them happen to me. Only what you'd expect to happen seems to happen. Or so I thought.
はじめまして、神林はじめさん。
Until the day I met her.
私は縁結びの神様です。
Nice. So they always have some kind of supernatural element.
神ヤバ。
I love these little, what do you call it? Scene transitions? I think they're so cool. Episode Encounter with You. I met her only a few minutes ago. Yes, just a few mere minutes ago. Pictures of shrines always calm me down. I was visiting the website of shrines I wanted to visit at the time. My friends tell me I'm a bit old-fashioned, but what can I say? I like what I like. Yeah, you seem kind of old-fashioned. You got this and this and this and that. Seem like an old-fashioned kind of guy. Stinkers! Yeah, maybe stinkers is the right word for it. Classic Cupid, same company. One thing I don't like how they translate the title, you know? The translation is like too short. You know, they call it My Classic Cupid in English, and yet in Japanese it's Ori no Cupid ga ponkatsu sugite kowai. That's it in Japanese. It's a long title. All of their games have very long titles in Japanese. And they translated it into something way too short. Like KamiYaba. That's not the title. That's not the title. That's not the full title. I wish they kept the full title. Anyway, I'd sure like to go there next time I'm paid. However, in my case, I didn't just like shrines. I also had an ulterior motive, my own personal reasons for visiting the shrines. No, I like long Japanese titles. I think they're so fun. I want them to be long. Anyway, it happened when I went to click on the link to another shrine. Because if you have a nice long title, then you can shorten it to something cute, like Nukitashi or Ori no imoto wa konna ni kawai wake ga nai, you know, turns into Ore imo. You know? I like the long titles. They can have cute little nicknames.
どうも、こんばんは。
Oh god, it's the ring! Oh god, it's the ring. She's gonna crawl out and eat us. And it spoke to me. Ah, I see. So that's what it is. I was a little surprised, but I wondered if it was just a program meant to surprise people who visited the site. With that in mind, I couldn't help but notice that the girl displayed on the screen was quite lovely. Why not just have a short title to begin with? Because the long title is cute! It's a staple of Japanese eroge! Why do you think my title is so long? The Milk of Repentance, The Wine of Sin. Why do you think that's so long? Why do you think it's so long? Because it sounds cute! What is it in Japanese? Yurusu no miruku, sumi no ai. Doesn't that sound cool? Doesn't that sound cool? Not in like a Chinyubil way. Like it sounds cool. Oniimo's longhand title is the limit for me. After that, it's not a title, it's a run-on sentence. I like the long titles. Guess they need gimmicks like this to attract visitors. Such a shame.
いやー、そうみたいですね。最近では熱心にお参りする人もめっきり減ったみたいで。
Yep, I knew it.
私も大変なんですよ。
Wait, you're not surprised that, like, she's reading your mind? Is that really something to be laughing about? Like, it's someone else's problem. Huh? Hold on, wait, it can converse? What is this? How does it work? My guess is that you could pull something like this off if you had like a webcam and you had somebody piloting the girl just like a VTuber. Then I could see that working. How does it recognize my voice? I don't have the microphone attached. Well, are you using a desktop or are you using a laptop? And probably you still probably access the microphone.
種も仕掛けもありませんよ。私は単なる美少女ゴッドですから。
It took him a minute, it did.
マジシャンでも手品師でもございません。
I don't get it. The girl on the screen still seems like she's talking to me, right? What's going on here?
つまり、こういうことです。
Wow! Oh god, it is the ring!
呼ばれて、飛び出て。
It is the ring! It is the ring!
クイ
She's
ッ
so
クセー
cute.
ブしましたよ。呼ばれて、飛び出て。こんばんは。
She's so cute. Huh? The girl jumped out of the display! Wow! My field of view went upside down! That's cool. Whoa. The next moment, I saw a familiar ceiling as a shock ran through my back and head. Oh! A little later, I heard the chair rolling around and I felt a dull pain in my back and the back of my head. Huh? What happened? Ah, 曲がりかね。おはようじゃなくて、こんばんは。今日はKamiYabaをやるよ。これは、英語版なんだけど、日本語もなれるでしょ。ほら、見てよ。見て。Hold on. I think there's a way I can skip it. Not skip it, but turn it into Japanese. どうやってかな。メニューどこかな。Where's the menu? I can't find it. Oh well, I know there's a way you can turn it into Japanese.
あなたが快適にプレイできる環境へ整えてください。サウンドの設定できる場所です。ショートカットシステムの設定ができるらしいよ。
Aha, language select. Also, what? What? Okay. Let's just change that. Anyway. No way! I can't believe it! It's just not possible! Dreams, illusions, delusions, visual mistakes? It must have been one of the above. I'm sure of it.
よっこいしょーっと。
I'm sorry, I need to go
あな
back.
たが快適にプレイできる環境へ整えてください。
What? What? Okay, whatever, I'll deal with this later. It wasn't my imagination. She really did pop out of the screen. And she came out from the top down. It's like the evil spirit from the cursed videotape.
改めまして、こんばんは。あなたのもとに派遣されました縁結びの神様ことうららです。
Urara-chan. Ah, I was so surprised that my ears refused to accept what they were hearing. Frozen in place on the floor, I could only look up at the mysterious being that came out of the screen. What's your name?
ですから、うららですよ。縁結びの神様です。
Goddess? Goddess. Like how they say it in Australia. Goddess.
いわゆるゴッドですね。G-O-D。
For real?
マジですよ。あなたもさっき見たでしょ。あんなことできるのはそれこそ人知を超えた存在だけですってば。
But why were you in a website? Why were you in a laptop?
神様とか悪霊とかね。
I was right! You're an evil spirit! I thought that's what you were and I was right! Urara, unbelievable!
いえですから神様ですって。
Liar! If you weren't, you wouldn't have mentioned it! Are you gonna curse me to death?
なんでそんなことしなきゃいけないんですか。私の得にもなりゃしないのに。
Ah, but an evil spirit doesn't need a reason!
なるほど、それはごもっとも。
Urara, the evil spirit, nodded as if she were convinced.
だったら体で教えてあげましょう。
Is there an egg scene here? No! That means she's gonna curse me to death, right? Namo Amida Buddha, Namo Amida Buddha, evil spirit be gone! As I looked down while desperately rubbing my hands together, Urara took something out from her chest. Is that a smartphone?
それじゃあ1名様ご案内。
No, why do you have a smartphone? Urara kawaii yo ne. Kono kinpatsu iro no kami. After flicking the screen lightly, she tapped it, I think. Before long, I found myself in an unfamiliar room. Huh? What?
それでは改めましてご本。はじめまして、神林はじめさん。私は縁結びの神様です。
With that said, she smiled a big smile and made a horizontal peace sign. A goddess?
はいな、そう言ってるじゃないですか。
Where are you?
横断の間って言いまして、まあ私と謁見するためのスペースです。私の神様パワーで生み出した精神だったり時だったり、そういう部屋って思ってもらえれば。ともあれ、私の話を聞いてくれる気になりましたか？
I suppose, yeah. Okay. A place for us to talk? I didn't sense a so-called evil curse, or had any bad premonitions about the room. I was still only half convinced about this goddess business, though. But instantly transporting me to a room like this is no ordinary feat. So is this what it means to be spirited away?
あ、理解が早いですね。さすがは神社マニア。
This has nothing to do with it. You got any games on your phone? I have a couple games on my phone. What's so funny? Couldn't figure out the point of it all. All I knew was that the self-proclaimed goddess known as Urara had an energetic personality.
まあ、あのままギャースか騒がれてたら面倒だったんで、こうして拉致っちゃったんですけど、落ち着いてくれたらもういいですよね。というわけで、ほい。
Urara tapped what looked like a smartphone as she said the words. The scenery around me quickly returned to my old familiar room. We're back in my room.
横断の間だと私が来た目的を話せませんからね。
Your reason for being here? In other words, this goddess came to see me for a reason. Thinking about that, I found myself down on my knees. Look at those rocks over there. He collects crystals or something? And that would be?
まあまあ、 そんな堅苦しくならずに楽にしてください。って私の家じゃないんですけどね。
You can say that again. Unlike what one would expect of a god, Renata wasn't stiff, nor did she have a heavy air about her. Well, thanks to that, I was able to relax my shoulders a bit.
それでどういう意味かと言いますと、これ、気づき神社のお守りですね。
Renata muttered the question, taking a talisman from the desk into her hands. Well, yes, it is. I had a chance to visit Yachiho Village the other day.
そんなマイナーどころまで抑えるなんて資料通りの人ですね、神林はじめさん。
Huh? How do you know my name? Speaking of which, it hadn't occurred to me that she had already called me by name several times. She just smiled at my question and tapped away at the keyboard. The computer came back to life from sleep mode and she took the mouse in her hand. From the picture folder, she'd opened a picture of a shrine I'd taken.
これ、浅坂神社ですよね。去年に2回、今年に入ってから1回。随分と熱心に足を運んでらっしゃいますね。他にも、足を運べる範囲の神社はほとんど網羅してますね。
So, is he getting rewarded for being so diligent visiting shrines?
しかも、そのほとんどが縁結び系の神社に。部屋のあちこちには恋愛成就のお守り、そして極めつけは検索履歴。乙女かと言いたくなるくらいに恋のおまじないラッシュ。
Right. The number one reason I don't think I'm special is because I'm not popular with women. Although my friends get girlfriends and enjoy their youth, it's a luxury not afforded to me. Not to sing my own praises, but it's not for a lack of trying. I've worked hard to get better at communicating. And yet I'm still not popular. And that's why I rely on outside help.
はあ、別に責めているわけじゃないんですよ。逆にありがとうございますって感じです。かくも我々を信仰していただき、感謝の極みなくらいですよ。
It's nothing really.
ですが、それが良くなかった。
Huh?
あなたは1年以内に運命の相手と結ばれないと大変なことになります。
大変なこと。Renata pointed at me as she made the declaration. Hold on a second, what do you mean by that? I don't understand at all. Why did the conversation take such a turn?
やりすぎちゃったんですよ。あなたはお参りに恋のおまじない、古今東西津々浦々、いろいろなものを混ぜすぎてしまったんです。そしてその中のいくつかに本物があった。
Real?
ガチの儀式が簡略化されて伝わっているものがたまーにあるんですよね。
You're saying I did it without realizing it?
Yes, Your Highness.
I didn't know what to think of that response.
たとえ良薬でも過ぎてしまったら体を壊す元になる。
Oh no! So it had the opposite effect. All of it. What the hell? All the good I thought I was doing turned out to be useless in the end. But if that's the case, what in the world am I gonna do now? So, what is this calamity you speak of?
一生 DT のまま人生を終えます。
That's not so bad. Come again? In other words, it'd be like having to carry the cross of an unpopular man for the rest of my natural life. That's intense. But on the other hand, it means that I'm set as long as I can connect with my destined partner. And if I do that, I can finally have a girlfriend and put virginity behind me once and for all.
Yes! 前向きに考えるとそういうことです。
So what? What am I gonna do? How can someone who's never done well with women hook up with their destined partner? And I don't even know who my destined partner is in the first place. So about this destined partner of mine.
はいはい、そんな顔しなくても大丈夫ですって。運命の相手候補はすでに調べてありますんで。
Renata typed away at the keyboard and the faces of 3 girls were displayed.
左から南雲七海さん、赤木鈴菜さん、 須郷ゆかりさんです。
So I think these are the three girls you start with. You have to go with one of them first. Huh? How did you do that just now?
そういうことはいいですから、ちゃんと女の子見る。
Okay. I've heard the last name of Nagumo somewhere before, and this Yukari with an eye patch? That's unique. Huh? Akagi Suzuna? Akagi Suzuna the idol?
その鈴名さんですよ。
You're kidding, right? An idol is a destined partner? The one I'm a huge fan of at that? The other two were really pretty as well. That my destined partner could be this wonderful. Maybe this is my lucky day after all.
それでですね、まずは彼女たちに会わないといけないわけですが。
Yeah, good point. I definitely gotta meet them first.
彼女たちは全員が私立高根宮学園に通っています。
クイックセーブいたしました。
Takanenomiya Gakuen? Couldn't you just say Takenomiya Academy? I've heard the name before. With the motto, those who can understand one thing can understand everything. It's a school that provides an elite education. But aside from that, Takenomiya Gakuen is in Murakumo City, isn't it? That's really far from here. It's far away that I would need a bullet train or a plane to get there.
だから寮に入らないといけませんね。
What? What did she just say?
今って確か5月ですよね。高根宮学園は転入生を随時受け入れているみたいですけど、やっぱり定員は4月が一番多いですね。というわけで、そこを狙いましょう。
Hey! I have to transfer into a new school? Hold on, you want me to transfer?
ええ、そうしないと会えないでしょ。
Oh, I see. I guess she's right.
まあ、あと11ヶ月ですか。それを全部勉強に費やせば、定員試験なんて楽勝でしょ。
I hate studying. Hold on a second. You expect me to go through all that trouble?
人生ってのはそういうものでしょ。楽してどうするんですか。
It really pissed her off.
自らの手で勝ち取る、それこそが人間の素晴らしさ。さあ、私に見せてください。あなたの素晴らしさを。それを間近で観察することが私の使命。
By mission, you mean your job, right?
さすがにね、個人的に肩入れするわけにもいかないので。
Makes sense. Well, let's think about this. Or actually, I have to think about this. My life is ultimately my own, and transferring to Takenomiya Gakuen is a big decision. It's not a decision to be taken lightly.
さあ、どうします？神林はじめさん。
Of course I'm gonna do it. I want to change. It's a hazy thought, but it's the truth to be sure. I did my best to change my unpopular self, and I went to all those shrines. Now I have a chance to make a big something out of nothing. So, I'll do it. If you fail, that's it, you know? No, I'll still be able to try. For as long as I can act of my own free will, even if only a little, I've got no choice but to go with the flow.
Good! いい返事です。それじゃあ、早速始めましょうか。転入試験へ向けての勉強。私がサポートさせていただきますので。
I really don't like studying. I'm grateful, but supporting me how?
それはですね、ちょいとお待ちを。
After saying that, she started fiddling with her smartphone again. She flicked and tapped away at it several times.
はい、これで万事 OK です。
What happened just now?
ちょっと待ってたらわかりますよ。
Well, nothing has made any sense so far, so I suppose it doesn't hurt to add one more thing to the list. But maybe if I wait obediently like she said...
はじめ、さっきからうるさいんだけど、どうかした？
Without a knock, the sliding door opened and my mother peeked into the room. Ah, come on, Mom! Why do mothers always open the door without knocking? I escaped reality for a second as the question crossed my mind. It's night, and there's a strange girl in my room. How in the world am I going to explain this away? I can't just say she's a goddess.
なんだ、 うららと一緒だったのね。兄弟仲がいいのはいいけど、夜は静かにね。
Oh, you know what this is? This is like when Chibiusa was in Usagi's house, and then she hypnotized everybody into thinking she was a little sister, a cousin, something like that. Oh, she brainwashed them in an instant. I love her passion. With that, my mom withdrew from the room. And then, as if she'd instantly changed, the clothes she was wearing were different. Sister?
そういう設定にしておきました。なんたって私は縁結びの神様ですからね。
Just brainwash them. Okay.
あ、ついでに服も変えておきました。さすがにあの姿はこの場に不自然なので。
I see. I guess such things must be easy when you have godly powers.
いえ、アプリの力です。
A nap?
人間の生活に紛れ込むことだってできる。そう、神フォンならね。
KamiFun! I thought it looked like a smartphone, but it turns out it actually is one!
ともあれ、妹として近くでサポートしますので、これからよろしくお願いしますね、兄さん。
Okay, thank you very much.
ダメですって、妹相手なんですから敬語は禁止で。
Huh? Oh, right. Thanks, Urara.
はいな。
Can't you just make one of the girls fall in love with him then? No! You have to put effort into it! And so began a year I'd never forget. The new school year begins the following April. So fast forward 1 year. Finally, the time has come.
クイックセーブしましたよ。
While breathing in the refreshing air of early spring, I get off at a station I've never seen before. But this is still just the starting line. Showing up is only half the battle. From now on, I can finally get started. Will I end up a virgin for the rest of my life? Or will I find and connect with my destined partner? The battle for the rest of my life is about to begin. Cool! Opening video! Who did this vocals? Kotoko? Pixel? Okay, that makes sense. I knew that sounded familiar. Let's see, who's Urara pursuable? Yeah, you
やっと
can
ここま
date
で
her.
来ましたね、兄さん。
Pretty sure she's like the true route.
クイックセーブできたよ。
I love her Chunyubyo kind of fashion.
兄弟仲良く新生活。ときめく単語に胸がドキワクですよ。
That's hardly convincing.
何がですか？新生活？それとも私は試験なしでパスしたこと？
If anything, I'd say both.
どっちも選んでないじゃないですか、それ。
Urara cackles maniacally. Hold on a minute. There we go. It just doesn't make sense. Why would you be okay without taking the test?
試験突破くらい楽勝ですよ。神フォンならね。
You and your stupid app.
まあ、真面目に試験を受けて私が落ちるわけにはいきませんからね。
She's wearing Motokuma's skin.
近くでサポートは必要ですし、あれのこととか。
True, and it's nice having someone who knows what's up.
そうそう。私も使命を果たせる。兄さんも困らない。まさにウィンウィンな関係ってやつです。
Doing your best alone in a completely new environment is by no means easy. I'm certainly grateful I don't have to do that.
それで今は何待ちしているところですか？それとも誰待ち？
I told you before when we came here, didn't I? I'm waiting for my younger cousin.
ほほう、いとこさん。女性の方で？
Yeah, she's also a student at Takenomiya Gakuen. No sooner do I see the words.
お兄ちゃん。
I love her. I love her so much. I love her so much. She is best girl. As far as I'm concerned, she is best girl. A familiar voice fills my ears.
はじめお兄ちゃん。
Now I don't know who voices her. She's so cute. Seeing her wave her hands as she runs up to me really reminds me of my childhood. It's clear as day that she's the one I was waiting for. Mao, long time no see.
久しぶり。よかった。私のことをちゃんと覚えててくれた。
She sounds really familiar to me. Does she voice Yui in Pliable Heart? Because that's what it sounds like.
忘れられてたらどうしようって思ったよ。
You took the words right out of my mouth. I feel relieved that my younger cousin, Kanbayashi Mao, remembers me after so long. A nostalgic warmth wells up in my chest. It's just that hearing her voice call me Oni-chan again makes me feel embarrassed.
マオさんとおっしゃるんですね。いやいや、たわわなものをお持ちで。うへへ。
Yeah, I wish she was flat. If she was flat, she'd be perfect. Now that she mentions it, Mao really has grown up. She looks nothing like I remember.
どうかした？
No, it's nothing. Perhaps because of what Urara said, I find myself staring, mainly at her chest.
そこで目をそらすからアウトなんですってば。女として意識してますよってアピールは大事ですよ。
But Mao isn't who I'm after, is she?
まあ、そうですけど。
Mao isn't one of the candidates Urara proposed to be my destined partner. If so, I shouldn't look at her like that. But beyond that, Mao treats Urara as if she's my real sister.
昔から仲良しだったのは知っていたけど、内緒話はちょっと寂しいよ、うららちゃん。あはは、ごめんなさい。兄さんたら、久しぶりに真央さんと会うものだから緊張しちゃってて。ちょっとほぐしてあげないとなーと、妹心を働かせてしまったんですよ。緊張してくれてるんだ。まあ、それならいいかな。
Hold on a second, I need to loosen her up a bit. Who is she talking about? Is she talking about Mao-chan?
真央姉さんこそ緊張しているんじゃないですか？私がたっぷりほぐしてあげますよ。ほれほれ。これはかなり。ダメだよ、うららちゃん。そんなところ触ったら。
Classic. The two play with each other as if they've known each other forever. Since the day we first met, everyone, including my parents, has believed Urara to be my little sister. And the same seems to apply to Mao too, even after a long time apart. Everyone has been imprinted with the false perception that it's the truth.
どうかしましたか、兄さん。鳩がめくり大キックもらったような顔してますけど。
It's nothing. Wait, what kind of face? While more than a little late, I feel like once again that Urara is a being that operates on a level far beyond human comprehension. Kind of scary, but I guess it's exceedingly selfish of me to think that way.
クイックセーブしました。もううららちゃんたらすみません、はしゃぎすぎちゃいましたね。
I don't know how much more of this I can take. It's hard to avert my gaze. Anyway, lead the way, Mao.
Hi.
Mao-chan! I shoved my selfish desires deep into my chest. For now, I'll think about what's to come.
私びっくりしちゃった。まさかお兄ちゃんとうららちゃんにまた会えるなんて思ってなかったから。
Same here. That you be a student at Takane. I struggle with this. Takane no Miyagakuen of all places.
頭いいんですね、まあお姉さん。そんなことはあるけどね。なんちゃって。
Nah, good for you, girl. Mao laughed shyly.
学歴で全部決まるわけじゃないけど、それでも有利とか不利とかついちゃうからね。だからやれるだけのことはやりたいって思って、お父さんとお母さんも応援してくれてるし。
Good for you. You haven't changed one bit, Mao. You think about what's in front of you and what lies ahead, and then you do the best that you can. I respect that.
そうかな。
Although she laughed shyly, Mao has long been considered great. Despite being the same age, she's got it together. Definitely way more than I do.
でもお兄ちゃんもそうでしょ。昔から全然変わってないよ。
But I think I've grown up to some extent.
そうそう、こう見えて結構変わってるんですよ、兄さん。例えば胸板なんて結構すごいことになってますし、こう見えても結構細マッチョですよ。
Where are you looking? Huh?
他にも腹筋とか、もう
What?
結構荒れ物ですよ。荒れ物。
Wow, so this is definitely wish fulfillment.
荒れ物だ。腹筋。
What's with that response? Totally unexpected.
チルリ。
Wait, what?
チルリ。
A slurp? Huh? Did you just slurp? Alright, time to act like an adult and pretend I didn't hear that. By the way, how much longer until we get to the school?
もうちょっとで見えてくるよ。ほら。
Shortly thereafter, I see the same school gate I saw when I took the transfer exam. The school seems extremely secure. I'm here. I'm finally here.
高根宮学園にようこそ。二人とも。
My hands automatically clench into fists.
さてさて、それじゃあ私はこのまま寮まで案内してもらってもいいですか？うん、もちろん。お兄ちゃんはどうする？
I want to explore the school a bit.
一人でも平気ですか？
I came here once before when I took the transfer exam, so I'll be fine. No need to worry about me.
まあ、携帯ありますしね。何かあったら連絡してくださいよ。気が向いたら出てあげますから。
Come out even if you're not.
相変わらず仲いいんだから。
I feel a little uneasy hearing the words as ever, but I realize I'm going to have to get used to it.
ではでは、私たちは仲睦まじくいきましょうか、まあお姉さん。頑張ってくださいね、兄さん。
Thanks. After winking at me meaningfully, Urara walks away with Mao. Well then, I look up at the school building again. Are my destined partner candidates here? It's still spring vacation, so there's no guarantee that they're on campus at the moment. And that's why I can't stay still. For the time being, I guess I'll walk around the campus. I only know the girls' faces and names, but I'll give that a try if I'm lucky enough to run into any of them. Despite it being spring vacation, the school is as lively as can be. It's probably because the voices of students coming out of club activities can be heard from every which way. Everyone is here to secure their futures. The same goes for me, though for more sinister reasons than the rest of them. After all, I'm here to connect with my destined partner.
クイックセーブをしたよ。
Destiny. I cover my right eye with one hand as I repeat the word. And then I'm And then I think back on the mysterious powers that reside here. Destiny count? What might this be?
兄さん。妹にそういう言葉遣いはいけません。
I see. What's this?
Good. で、ぶっちゃけて言いますと、エンカウントっていうのは恋愛スカウターですね。
Sorry, but your simple explanation doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
ですね、兄さんは赤い糸って知ってますか？
More or less.
あれって距離があるんですよ。
Distance? So like the distance between people?
そういうのです。エンカウントっていうのはその距離を数字として認識できる能力。
So, are we talking geographical distance?
まあ、運命の相手として結ばれるまでどれくらい大変かっていうのを表すものです。
So if it's distance we're talking about, 0 is the number we're looking for, right?
はいな。無事にゼロになった暁には赤い糸ががっちり結ばれてクリアってわけですね。
I think I get it, but you're pretty bad at explaining things, Urara.
感覚派の天才肌ですからね、私。
Well, whatever. So this means you're giving me that ability?
はい。というか、もうあげてますけど。
Seriously? Shouldn't there be a ritual? A sacrifice? Altars involved?
最近はそういうの流行りませんからね。紙フォン使ってタップで一発ですよ。もう。
Well, that takes the fun out of it.
というわけで、早速試してみましょう。右目にガーって意識を集中させてください。
Focus, huh? Well, here goes nothing. Whoa, what is this? I feel strange.
そのまま私を見てください。頭の上あたりに何か出てますか
？Infinity! Infinity. Infinity? That's not really a number.
おやおや、まあそんなものでしょう。つまり、私と兄さんの赤い糸の距離は無限大ってことです。
So we're never hooking up, huh?
まあ、私は運命の相手じゃありませんからね。運命の相手候補な3人を見かけ次第、エンカウントを試してください。直接的に役立ちはしませんけど、指針くらいにはなりますから。
Understood. Thanks. Gave us Shinimyo powers. I'm gonna take a real quick break to water some flowers. We'll be right back. Alright, I am back. You still there, chat? You hanging in there? Hanging in there, chat? Just as Rudolph says, it's not going to help me directly. However, knowing the distance between myself and my partner seems pretty helpful. It will be a great guide in helping me decide what words and behavior I should do. Isn't that a little manipulative? Isn't that a little manipulative? That's a goddess of love for you. What an incredible ability. I'm kind of looking forward to this. Hanging in by a red thread. Thank you for welcoming me back, guys. Thank you, River. Thank you, Starseed. What is the distance between me and my destined partner? Maybe it's pretty close. I hold on to the fate expectation. Just that. Whoa! At the end of the hallway, I see someone walking. That girl just now. I've seen that face before. My heart kicks into gear. It's Nagumo Nanami. No way. Can it be? It'd be nice if I could meet her, but can I really do it? Could this really be my destined partner? This is no time to be lost in thought. I have to go after her, and I have to try out the destiny count. How long is the red thread between me and her? Chasing the girl as she disappears at the end of the corridor, I break into a jog. She was moonwalking. Running up the stairs after Nagumo Nanami, I arrive at the highest point of the school. The building's rooftop. Is she here? Oh. Contrary to the liveliness of the rest of the school, the rooftop is quiet. Silent, as if isolated from its surroundings. There's no sign of people or even breathing. I find myself in a place that seems out of place. Feels like an illusion. Amidst that silence, there she stands. Also, I gotta say, I love it when eroge kind of cheat perspective with this. They have her diagonal so that you can see more of her. I really like it. She turned around in response to my voice. Her beautiful hair flows slowly. I come face to face with her for the first time. The moment leaves me with a lump in my throat. Below a gasping breath, my heart beats loudly. She's my destined partner! I imagine myself focusing power into my right eye. I want to see it, the distance between us. The guideline for connecting with this girl who has set my heart aflutter.
私に何かご用ですか?
What is it? Oh, that's high. That's very high. The number that appears above her head when she asks the question is... let's see. 870 million. That number is way higher than 0. 870 million. 870 million?! I love these little stingers. The eye catches. I love it. No way. What does this mean? Excuse me, but you're Nagumo Nanami-san, aren't you? That's your name, right?
はい、私の名前は南雲七海ですが、それが?
It is! The girl in front of me doesn't indeed appear to be Nagumo Nanami. Then what's with that number? Why are her and I so far apart? Why is it so high? I instinctively grab her arm as if to cling to her.
すみませんが、手を離していただけませんか?
870 million? What kind of sick joke is this?
警告します。手を離してください。
The time I have left is just over a month. How can I close this gap in that amount of time? It's beyond excessive.
手を離してください。さもないと投げ飛ばされますよ。
Huh? In the next moment, my ears finally catch what she's saying. My neck is choked from behind so hard I can hardly breathe. Then, a centrifugal force seems to swing me around. Yeah! And then a scathing shock runs down the length of my back. I can't breathe. Go, good. Huh? What just happened?
動かないでください。
The feeling of something pressed hard against my forehead, and a cold voice. My flickering and dazed eyes look up at a petite, expressionless girl. That's cool, CG. Why does she have a gun?
クイックセーブしました。
She presses something black against my head. I've seen that shape before. That's a handgun. A handgun?
あなたは私の夢を2つ叶えてくれました。一つはこうやって警告をすること。もう一つはプラチ物を投げ飛ばすこと。最後に一つ、額に風穴を開けるという夢も叶えていただけますか？
You're kidding, right? I swear to my life, please!
花代さん、それくらいで結構です。
ですがお嬢様、この男はお嬢様の警告を3度にわたって無視しました。これはもうハットトリックでアウトということで、額に風穴ってもいいのでは？
少なくともその方には私に危害を加えるような意図はありませんでした。それはあなたも分かっているでしょう。
まあそこはかとなく。
あとハットトリックはサッカー、アウトは野球、バラバラですし、何より風穴は動詞ではありません。
なんと。
Without a semblance of surprise on her face, she removes the gun from my forehead. Did she just save me?
驚かせてしまい申し訳ありません。花代さんが過剰に反応してしまいまして。ですが、突然腕をつかまれて、私も同じくらいに驚いてしまったことはご理解ください。
Huh? Oh, right. Now that she mentions it, that was pretty rude of me. However, neither the girl named Hanayo nor her herself seemed distraught in the least. To the point where I don't know if they're really surprised or not.
私に何かご用でしたら、また日を改めて声をおかけください。それでは参りましょう、花代さん。
そうですね。この男が動けないうちにとんずらいたしましょう。
それでは、ごきげんよう。
Nanami bows elegantly, and the two of them leave. All of that remains was me on my back with my arms and legs outstretched. My back hurts, and I still don't feel like moving. So that's Nagumo Nanami, huh? And that's how we meet for the first time. You messed it up. You messed it up.
KamiYaba。いやー、散々でしたね。
Whoa! Red peers down at my face as I continue to look up at the sky. Huh? Hold on. When did you show up?
お忘れですか？アイアム神様。不思議な力で神出鬼没ってやつです。綺麗に投げ飛ばされてましたね。大丈夫ですか？
You saw that?
私のお仕事は兄さんの観察ですからね。
So I take it that preventing me from being thrown to the ground isn't part of your job description.
それ以外ではすでにいろいろと手厚くフォローしてますからね。
I can't say anything because you got me there. I slowly inhale and exhale. There's still a bit of pain in my chest and back.
それで調子の方はどうですか？
Like I still can't move, I guess. Wait, isn't being tackled by a girl's bodyguard isn't a good first impression? Nope. It's a bad impression. It's bad. Well, it'd be nice if you could get out of my face.
どうしてですか？うりうり。
You know perfectly well why. I can't calm down with those sexy legs and the hem of her skirt flickering in and out of view. But it's not going to do any good to get upset over this, right? It might be better if I fight back a little. While my actions might be nothing to write home about, I find them to be unavoidable. You out with Blue today, huh?
はい、そういう気分だったので。
She doesn't seem upset at all! Although I just threw the color out there at random, I actually managed to hit the mark? I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
それよりどうでした？初めてのエンカウントは。
870 million.
はい？
870 million! That's the distance between her and I. Saying it again, the sheer size of the number hits me like a ton of bricks. So, Urara, what does this mean exactly?
ですね、残された時間が30日だと仮定しまして、1日あたり2900万ずつ距離を縮める必要があるってことです。
That's not what I'm asking. I can calculate that myself. When I scowl at her from below, she just shrugs a little.
最初に説明しましたけど、兄さんの縁はしっちゃかめっちゃかなんですよ。運命の相手と結ばれるのも一筋縄ではいかないってことなんでしょうね。
I see. What the hell? All that awaited me after killing myself studying for 11 months for this exam was just further despair!
とはいえ、お相手はあと2人いるわけですし、まだまだ絶望するには早いですよ。
Yeah, you're right. Nakamura Nami, I could write her off as impossible and leave it at that. But something still bothers me. What was she doing here? And why is the rooftop the only place that remains quiet? I can't help but think there's more to it.
しかし8億ですか。それはまた随分と離れてますけど、数字自体は見えたんですよね。
Yes, as clear as day.
むしろそれだけ離れているってことは逆に脈ありかもしれませんよ。
Surprised by Urara's words, I blinked repeatedly. How can you say that?
離れすぎちゃっているからですよ。言うならばあれですって。ほら、運命の赤い糸がツンデレしている。
If so, then the world is a kind place. Though I don't really think that's the case. Our first contact was a massive shock. I won't be able to keep her out of my mind today. Or at least, that's the feeling I got.
案内はここまでで平気ですか？なんなら中までついていきますけど。
I think I'll have a problem getting you into the boys' dormitory. Though Nanami was still fresh on my mind, I had no idea where she was headed. Don't be a stalker! I also had to prepare for the start of school tomorrow. For the time being, I'll pick up the luggage that should have been delivered to the dormitory and greet my roommate. I have a ton of things I have to do.
確かに、私のような美少女がうかつに足を踏み入れようものなら、飢えた狼たちに何をされるのか。こうご期待。
Can't wait, can't wait.
なんて淡白な。
When you know you're clearly being teased, it's best to just let it go. Almost a year together, I finally get the feeling... after almost a year together, I get the feeling of finally starting to understand how to deal with her. So when will we next meet? Tomorrow?
はい。明日からバリバリサポートしていく予定、かっこ仮なんで、期待してくださいね。セーブできました。妹らしく、海外宿兄さんをお世話いたしますよ。
Thanks, but I could do without the tentatively part. Hello, Mad Star. Thank you for the little heart. Hello, hello. Today we are playing KamiYaba. But really, my little sister?
どうしました？じっと見て。ムラムラしました？
Much like anyone else would.
あ、いいですね。その女性としてちゃんと見ているアピールはグッドですよ。
I don't know. If somebody just came up to me and was like, hey, I'm turned on by you, I would think they're a total creep. To some degree, I have grown accustomed to treating her like a little sister, but when I rethink things, I sometimes feel strange. Like, why did she choose to be my little sister in the first place, for example? Could be thought of as a simple preference, or maybe it's that. I'll do my very best, whether it's for my destined partner or as a brother to my sister. But by all means, this is gonna get awkward, so support me however you can.
お任せください、兄さん。
I hope so. You're all I've got. I had an unexpected encounter today, but I have another one waiting. My first encounter with my roommate, the person I'll be spending at least the next year in the dormitory with. Pardon me. It's a nice dorm. I wonder what kind of person he'll be. Feeling a little nervous, I enter the room.
Yeah, ようこそ。
イケメン！イケメン！イケメン！
上書き保存。
セーブを実行いたしました。
やっぱりリアルート欲しいな ビアルトいいな。どうしてビアルトがないんだ。Oh, he's hot. I feel relieved to be greeted by a smiling face. Great, he's friendly. It's really good to know he's not scary.
久しぶりだね、はじめちゃん。
And he knows me? Hajime-chan? Isn't that just a little too friendly?
おいおい、どうしたんだいその反応は。僕の方ははじめちゃんとの再会に心を躍らせていたというのに。
Why isn't there a BL round? Huh? Again? So we've met before? I racked my brain trying to remember. At the very least, he didn't appear to be an acquaintance of mine.
なんだ、本当に覚えていないのか。僕だよ。
Were we brainwashed? Was he brainwashed to think we're childhood friends?
ヨナが大前。これで思い出してくれたかな。
Oh my god, he's so hot. Yonaga Taizen? Huh? Taizen? The Taizen from next door?
そうだよ。何年ぶりかな。
Yeah. Taizen! He's a Hiburi. I remember the name Yonaga Taizen. He's what you might call a childhood friend who lived next door to me. Oh. What did you just say about instantly telling a person they turn? He can't hear me! He can't hear me! One day he suddenly moved and we lost contact. That I would meet him here of all places.
全く気づかれないとは思いもよらなかったけどね。
Oh my god, you're so hot. I know, I'm sorry. It's just that you've grown so much that I didn't recognize you.
理由はそれだけかい？
Well, you're also a lot more attractive. See? See? He sees it too! He sees it too! You're also a lot more attractive than you used to be.
そうだろう、そうだろう。
Oh, I see you're as laid back as ever. His family is from the Yonaga Group, one of Japan's premier companies. There's a reason that he lived next to me and then moved. Well, the adults used to say this and that. We paid it no mind. We were simply good friends. That we would reunite here of all places and be roommates at that. Well, I'm not a romantic. I can't help but feel that this is fate.
いやー、それにしても驚いたよ。まさかの転入生がはじめちゃんで、おまけにルームメイトなんて。こんな偶然あるものなんだね。
Please let there be a BL round. You can say that again. Here's to a good year, Taizen.
こちらこそ。学園で困ったことや疑問点があったら何でも相談してくれて構わないよ。
I'm getting a drink of water. He makes me thirsty.
.ここでは僕の方が先輩だからね。
That'll be a huge help. I'm really grateful to have an acquaintance who's in the same grade as me. An acquaintance? He's a childhood friend. Nothing against Urara or Mao or anything, but there are topics I'm reluctant to go into with girls. Particularly now that I need to start focusing on building my relationship with my destined partner and connecting with her. There's no bound to be other things I can only discuss with boys.
相変わらずうららちゃんやまおちゃんと仲がいいのか。妬ましいな、君は。
There's really nothing to be jealous about. Don't you have a cute cousin of your own, Taizen?
いるよ。でもあの子にはなんていうか、うまいこと手のひらの上で転がされてしまってね。
Oh my god. Are we sure he's not gay? I mean, look at him. Look at him. Ah, so she's that type, huh? Kumakko.
将来が楽しみではあるんだけどね。まあ僕には難しいタイプさ。
Also, the fact that you're cousins. That's scary. All I can do is pray that one of my three isn't like that.
ま、こんな具合に女の子に関する相談なら僕に任せてくれよ。この学園の女子学生のことなら大体頭に入っているから。
Still as obsessed as ever, I see. A little compulsive heterosexuality, methinks. Despite his extraordinary passion for girls, he never gets anywhere with them. Gay. That pretty much sums up Taizen in a nutshell. Well, I want to talk as I'm not so different from him myself. But if that's the case...
お、なんだい？早速気になる子でも見つけたかな。 はじめちゃんは手が早いな。
Not like that. I'm just interested in the name I heard somewhere before. The name is Nagumo Nanami-san.
ああ、彼女に会ったんだ。そうか。
Kaizen nods in a meaningful way. What kind of person is she? She had like a bodyguard or something with her.
坂城さんだね。あの人は南雲さんの護衛だよ。それにしても気づかないか。はじめちゃんはあんまりニュースとか見ないタイプだね。
You're right, but what of it?
どうかしたも何も。
Whoa.
彼女は南雲首相の娘さんだよ。
That explains the bodyguard. What? The Prime Minister's daughter? I'm so surprised I can hardly think straight. Right, that explains why her destiny count was so astronomically high. I really have no idea how I'm supposed to get on good terms with someone like that.
どうしたんだい？そんな疲れた顔をして。
It's nothing. What am I gonna do?
KamiYaba.
I love those little eye catches.
上書き保存しセーブを実行したよ。
Done the next day. Today is the entrance ceremony and opening ceremony, so no classes will be held. That said, an even more important event for me awaits.
神林真央です。去年から続けての人も初めましての人も仲良くしてください。よろしくお願いします。
Self-introductions. 自己紹介. This is where my classmates' first impressions of me this year will be determined.
はい。じゃあ次はお兄ちゃんの番。
Okay, because I've got the undivided attention of my classmates, I can't help but be nervous.
頑張って。
Though it seems it helps having someone in class I know. Mao has the same last name, so our student numbers are close and naturally, so are our seats, so she's right next to me. It's really encouraging to have an acquaintance nearby in a totally foreign environment like this one.
お兄ちゃん。今、お兄ちゃんって言われてたよな。なるほど。そういうことか。
Rumors! The only problem is that the other students here Mao call me that. Damn, this is honestly pretty tough. Times like these, it's best to be straight from the start. I am Kanbayashi Hajime. Sitting next to me is Mao, my cousin, who has been calling me Oni-chan for a long time now. So we're not actually brother and sister. Also, I only recently transferred here, so there's still a lot I don't know. I hope I can count on all of you for help. Thank you very much. What kind of introduction was that? You didn't mention any hobbies. Alright, that should do the trick.
いとこにお兄ちゃんと呼ばれているだって。
No! Be gay from the start! I agree, River.
なんだそれリア充かリア充なのか
Ryaju, nor me.
やはりそういうことだったか。
I should have known this was gonna happen. Now I'm gonna stick out like a sore thumb no matter what.
そうだ、羨ましいぞ。僕もお兄ちゃんと呼ばれたい。いやさ、むしろお兄さんと呼ばせてください。
What's more, and the biggest response comes from an acquaintance. I swear to God, man, gay! Look at him, look at him, look at him. But then unexpected events sandwiched in between. The self-introductions continue.
与永大善です。女子も男子も分け隔てなく愛していくつもりなので、仲良くしてください。
Vindicated! Bi! We have a bi prince! We have a bi icon here in the chat! We have a bi icon in the chat! I knew it! I knew it, chat! Look at me! I knew it! I knew it! What an icon! What an icon! What an amazing icon. Also, I just realized I'm a little off center. Let me fix that. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. I knew it. I knew he was bi! I knew it. 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 But the self-introductions don't end there.
南雲七海です。
Let me save.
上
I
書き
knew.
保存しセーブし
I
ました
knew
よ。
he was bi. I knew it. The back row near the window. She sits there, ignoring her student number. She's clearly receiving special treatment.
若輩者ですので至らぬ部分が多々あるかと思います。ご迷惑をおかけしないよう努力いたします。
I like her little crown.
1年間よろしくお願いします。
Her short but polite self-introduction comes to a close. What a way to introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Bai. Let's get along. I love it. He's an icon. He is an icon. I love him. I love him. Taking her seat with a dignified and serene expression, she directs her gaze towards the teacher. I can't figure out if there's something to this or not. It's just that it piques my interest that the girl I happened to meet ended up in the same class as me. The short homeroom ends. While my classmates are on the move, I still have something left to do. I just have to close the distance with her a little. No, bro, you're trying too hard. And to do that, I need to talk to her, even if only for a few moments. I want to find something that can serve as a starting point for shortening that distance. Although I'm nervous, I have to do my best. But just as I'm leaving my seat,
さっきはごめんね、お兄ちゃん。
Mao strikes up a conversation with me from the next seat over. Oh, what's wrong? A few simple words would have been enough, but faced with an apology, I respond without thinking.
私がお兄ちゃんって呼んじゃったせいで目立っちゃったから。
That's okay. Don't worry, it's in the past, and besides, it gave me my classmates something to remember me by.
ありがとう、お兄ちゃん。そう言ってもらえてほっとしちゃった。
Because of the look of relief on her face, I suppose she's completely oblivious. Oblivious to the fact that she's still calling me Oni-chan.
またしてもお兄ちゃん連呼だとなんたるなんたる羨ましさか。俺の見立て通りの男よ。
Thanks to this, I currently stand out, or rather, the three of them have been reacting positively this whole time. But that aside, I still have to talk to Nanami.
いや、全くもって羨ましいね。僕もお兄ちゃんと呼ばれてみたいものだ。というわけで、一度呼んでみてくれないかな、真央ちゃん。
Oh my god, Tyson! Stay away from my cousin!
やだよ。大善君はお兄ちゃんじゃないもん。
Now Tyson's talking to me too! As interested as I am in Nanami, I just can't be mean to two of my most important acquaintances here. Maybe you should ask a relative, Tyson? Like your cousin?
何度かそういうお願いはしたことあるんだけどね。
あるんだ。
あいにくわざとらしいというかぎこちなさが出てしまってね。
Yeah,
自然な響きじゃなくなるんだ。
I would totally call Tyson Oni-chan. He's hot. Look at him. He's hot.
ナチュラルに呼ばれてこそじゃないか。お兄ちゃんって呼び方は。
そうなの？
Don't ask me. This is his hang-up, not mine. She has really long hair. I never noticed how long her hair is. Sometimes being protagonist can be agonizing to watch. Yeah, really. This guy is really beyond obsessed, but I can't say I dislike that about him. It's not that I don't know where he's coming from, but if Nanami were to ever hear that we share that in common... Huh? Nanami's nowhere to be found. Damn, she must have taken off when we were talking. What to do? Like I have any idea where she'd go?
おや、はじめちゃんどうかした？
He calls us Hajime-chan.
彼女ならきっと屋上だよ。
Huh? As if I'm lost in a daze, Tyson turns to me and winks. Gay. I love him. I love a bi-king. Look at his hair. It's even bi-colors. Kind of. Ooh, he's trying to tell me to go after her. What a reliable man to be able to pick up on that so quickly. Sorry, Mao. I've gotta go.
ああ、うん。でも、お兄ちゃん、屋上に行くつもり？
Oh, she's so pretty. Yeah, I am. Why do you ask? Because she could probably hear what Tyson said. I find no use in hiding it and answer her honestly. Couldn't help but take note of the slightly concerned look on Mao's face.
なんでもない。
Mao-chan. Mao hesitates as if she's biting her tongue. Though that pikes, I don't know, my interest a bit, I have no choice right now but to head to the roof. Alright, I'll be back soon.
いってらっしゃい。気をつけて。
じゃあね。
Titan smiles brightly, while Mao looks anxious to speak. Faced with two people with opposing facial expressions, I leave the classroom. As if I'm reliving the previous day, I take the exact same route to the rooftop. Pushing the door open, Nanami is there, just like she was the day before.
誰かと思えばあなたですか。上書き保存でいいんですか？セーブしましたよ。
Excuse me, Nanami-san, do you mind? I take a step forward and stop. There's no sign of Sakashiro-san. Then again, she did grab me from behind yesterday. I look behind me before approaching Nanami any further.
おや、今日は気づきましたか。
Hanayo stood in the shadow of the open door. I put my hands up as soon as I see her. I have no intention of harming Nanami-san. I just want to talk to her a little. So please don't throw me or push any hard black things against my forehead like a gun.
黒くて硬いものって。
ほほう。お嬢様がむっつりだと知ってその言葉のチョイスですか？
誰がむっつりですか？
Huh? What? All I did was stay vague to avoid using the word handgun on school grounds. I never expected that kind of reaction. Besides that, her reaction was cute and quite uncharacteristic of the impression I've had of her until now.
そうやって反応しちゃうところがむっつりなんですってば。
ですが、今のは言い方が悪いと思います。
Sorry. Am I in the wrong? I guess I am. That was a strange way to say it.
さておき、お嬢様にお話がしたいのですか？転入生の神林はじめさん。
Huh? How do you know my name?
この学園の関係者の名前と顔はすべて頭の中に叩き込んでありますので。
You what? She didn't just say the students. She said everyone, didn't she? Impressive words said without any hesitation.
今年は転入生が2人いると聞いたので、マークするのは当然でしょ？私はお嬢様の個人的な SP ですから。
SP, basically an escort or a bodyguard. I guess it's only natural, considering that she's the Prime Minister's daughter and all.
坂城花代。この名前は別に覚えなくても構いません。ちなみに SP はセクシーフィジカルの略です。
How can you say that with such a straight face? What is with this person? I kinda sensed it, but she has a playful side to her as well.
まあ、ここに気軽に足を踏み入れるのは転入生くらいのものという理由もありますが。
The way she says it makes it seem like ordinary students wouldn't come here. And Mao bit her tongue earlier as well. I guess the rooftop is a special place for both Nanami and the school.
そのくらいにしましょうか、花代さん。神林さんのお時間を取り続けるのも悪いですし。
承知しました。久しぶりに持ちネタが出せてはしゃぎすぎました。
Trademark joke. She clearly said joke just now, didn't she? I feel like my thoughts have been all over the place this whole time.
それで私に話というのは？
Yes, but... Alright, time for a fresh start. I've got to do my best to make a good impression on her. First of all, allow me to apologize for yesterday. That was very rude of me. Start by bowing deeply. I mean, it really was quite rude of me to grab her all of a sudden.
お気になさらずに。神林さんに痛い思いをさせてしまいましたし。
ですが、昨日の取り乱し方はただごとではありませんでしたね。お嬢様に発情しただけというわけではなさそうでしたが。
発
情The mouth on this girl.
そんな目で私のことを見ていたんですか？
Is she seriously asking that? Wait a second. At a second glance, Nanami has quite the body. You can clearly tell from the top of her uniform that she's clearly packing heat. From the perspective of my endgame, the choice of her is no mistake.
いやー、そりゃあななみさんはスタイルいいですからね。女の私でもそんな目で見ちゃいますって。
Another bi icon. I feel a soft touch on my back and hear a familiar voice in my immediate vicinity. Huh? Urara? The next thing I know, Urara is hugging me tightly from behind.
女性からでもってそんなことを言われましても。
おやあなた、いつの間に。
As opposed to Nanami, who is bright red, frantically holding her hands to her cheeks, Hanayo is still cool and composed. After taking precautions, Hanayo turns towards Urara and scans her with an expressionless gaze, reminiscent that of a bodyguard.
すみません、声が聞こえてしまいまして、それでついお邪魔しちゃいました。
Leaving me behind, Urara bows to the two of them.
はじめまして、ななみさんに花代さん、兄さんの妹の神林うららです。転入早々、兄さんがご迷惑をおかけしたみたいで、重ね重ねお詫びいたします。
I love her little hair things. Is there no chink in her armor? She just waltzed right in! I do appreciate the assist, though. Thanks to her, the previous conversation flows naturally.
妹さんでしたか。改めまして、お兄さんのクラスメートの南雲ななみです。
どうも、坂城花代です。
よろしくお願いしますね。それで、兄さん。
Ouch! As she turns towards me, she slaps me on the cheeks with both hands. And as an added bonus, she locks her hands around my head. What are you? An idiot sandwich! What are you doing?
さて兄さん、ここでダラダラお話ししてもあんまり意味はありません。
Urara whispered in a small voice without listening to my objection.
大事なのは、とにかく印象に残ること。短く、そしてなおかつ相手の心に響く言葉が必要ですよ。
That sounds hard. Thank you for the hearts. I whispered back to her.
難しくてもやるんですよ。相手が誰だと思っているんですか。
Nanami's the Prime Minister's daughter, oh right. I bet she's used to awkward utterances and proper apologies. That means pretty words are probably going to have a little effect on her.
それじゃあ、頑張ってください。多少なりとも縁のつながっている相手であれば、効果はきっと大きいはずですから。
Saying that, she releases her hands. She's right. As it stands, I still have this enormous 800 million point deficit I have to overcome. Thank you for the hearts again. A straightforward attack isn't going to be enough to get the job done. Okay, I can do this. Excuse my sister's interruption. So, shall we get back to the conversation at hand?
はい。
What are my good points? I'm different from other students. Right, I'm a transfer student. Then maybe I should feign in ignorance and just touch on what piqued my interest? Oh, I'm really not sure, but I have no choice but to try. Actually, there's something I'm curious about. Can I ask you a blunt question?
どうぞ。何でしょう。
3サイズならバストだけは答えますよ。
Oh, she's just taking it because of the heavy air that hangs over us. Now's my chance. I can calm my breathing. I gotta nail these words. Why do you come to this place even if you don't really like it here? Uh-oh. Hey, bro? That's rude.
上書き保存でいい。ちゃんとセーブしたよ。
That's rude. How do you know she doesn't like it? For a moment, Nanami shows signs of having to catch her breath. That she doesn't like this place is purely intuition. It's the impression I got from her both yesterday and today.
本当にぶしつけですね。
Sorry about that. In other words, the question shook her up a little. At the very least, it appears to be a question that touched Nanami's heart.
他に場所がないからです。
After a pause, Nanami answers me, and I'm convinced she speaks the truth and isn't lying. That's because, somehow or other, I get the impression that she's straight as an arrow. She both stands up and sits down straight, and that's why she answers me straight away. That's the feeling I get.
この返答でよろしいですか？
Yes, thank you. I appreciate you answering my inexcusable question so honestly. Well then, we should be going. Let's go, Urara. There's no need to stay longer than it took to ask that single question. Or rather, I have no idea what kind of expression or conversation to have after asking such a question.
はいな。それじゃあ、失礼します。
No, I get it. You know, she's so popular, she needs a place to have, like, some peace. I get it. Just as I tried to leave the roof with Urara,
許可なんていりませんよ。
Nanami calls out to me. For what?
ここは学園の敷地内です。来るのも去るのも私に報告する必要なんてありません。
I see. I suppose you're right. Alright then. See you tomorrow.
はい、また明日。
With that brief exchange, my short conversation with Nanami comes to a close. That was nerve-wracking and really blunt. Maybe too blunt. I wouldn't blame her if the question made her mad.
お疲れ様でした兄さん。いやー、思い切りましたね。
I feel like I've used up a week's worth of courage. It occurs to me that I'm sweating profusely. Oh,
確かにそれくらい使っていそうだったね。
right? Wait, what? That voice just now.
どうしてこの場所が嫌いなのか。いや、なかなかできる質問ではないね。
Oh.
そして確信をついている。スマートな問いかけだ。
It's the other girl. You! I've seen this girl's face before. Not that there's any way I'd forget it. 3 destined partners. One of them, if I recall correctly, her name is...
おやおや、盗み聞きですか？感心しませんよ、ゆかりちゃん。
たまたまこの耳が勝手に声を拾ってしまっただけさ。まったくいけない耳だな。
それじゃあ罰としてかじっちゃいましょうか。
優しくすると約束してくれるならいいよ。
These two seem pretty close. Urara?
あ、すみません。紹介もしないで盛り上がっちゃって。クラスメートのスオゆかりちゃんです。ゆかりちゃん、こっちが私の兄さんの神林はじめです。
スオゆかり、ゆかりでいいよ。気楽に話しかけてほしい。よろしく、先輩。
Nice to meet you, and thanks for making friends with my sister. Wow, I can't believe she's Urara's classmate! What luck! Yet another point of contact. Right, I need to check the destiny count right away. Nanami with an extraordinarily high number. Maybe this girl will also be... Okay, not as high. Not as high. 65,535. That's kinda high, huh? But it doesn't feel quite as impossible. I do like the eye patch and the
どう
white
したん
hair.
だよ兄さん。そんなに見つめられると重はゆいんだけど。
上書きセーブしました。
Blossom? That means she's gonna blush, right? Oh, sorry, I just find you somewhat distinctive.
そうだね。覚えやすいだろ。特にこの眼帯とか。まあおかげで風紀委員からは目をつけられているけれど、それに友人もできにくい。おや？メリットがない気がしてきたね。
Why do you wear it? You laugh, but I don't think there's anything to laugh about.
私はいけてると思いますよ。
ありがとう。うららちゃんは私にとって貴重な友人だよ。できればお兄さんとも仲良くしたいところだね。あんな問いかけができる人だから。ところでお兄さん、どうしてななみ先輩は屋上が嫌いだと思ったのかな。
It was just my impression, that's all. Can I continue?
もちろん。
Her face wouldn't look the way it did if she liked the place. Nanami standing on the roof is like a painting, almost too much so. It's almost as if she's grown too accustomed to the place. There's something stiff about her face.
なるほど。シンプルだけどいい感性だ。いいねお兄さん。できればこのまま聖域に踏み込み続けてほしいな。何かが起きるかもしれない。
The sanctuary?
お兄さんがついさっきまでいて出てきた場所さ。ななみ先輩は手強いよ。頑張ってくれお兄さん。
She walks up the stairs as she says the words.
それじゃあまた明日、うららちゃん。
はいな。
She calmly walks through the door to the sanctuary. What's the meaning of all this? There's no place for Nagumo Nanami besides the sanctuary. Nanami, my destined partner and classmate, apparently hadn't been totally straight with me after all. Oni-san is like something that you refer to even somebody who's not your brother.
神頼みしすぎて俺の未来がやばい。
You know, you can call any older man Oni-san if you want to be like light.
上書き保存セーブしましたよ。
Alright, one more scene and then I'm calling it a day. It's already been an extra long stream. The sanctuary? I saw if I repeat the name I just heard from Yukari. I get that it refers to the roof, but that's about it. What do you think it means?
さて、そのままの意味なら神聖な土地とかそういう意味になりますけど、兄さんが気にしているのはなんでゆかりちゃんがそう言ったのかってとこですよね。
Pretty much. Let me get a drink of water. When I think the word sanctuary, the rooftop isn't exactly the first place that comes to mind.
「まあそういうことでしたら、それこそ私たちの聖域で相談とかしてみませんか？」
As she says that, she pokes the G phone icon with her finger. You're right, now's the time to try again. Pull out my own smartphone as if enticed to do so. An unfamiliar icon has been added to the most prominent part of the home screen. It's also called the consultation room, right there. So it really is an app, huh?
時代のニーズに応えた形です。わかりやすいでしょ？
Yes, but what use is it? Tap the icon as I say the words. The moment the app launches, my surroundings change completely.
というわけで、私の聖域こと横断の間にようこそいらっしゃいまし。
At the same time, Urara's clothes change in an instant. Well, I don't really understand how it works. I'm glad that you prepared a place like this for us.
ここなら人の目や耳どころか、時間も気にしないで相談タイム取れますからね。
You'll extend it if a BL route appears. Unfortunately, there's no BL route in any of Hulat's games. So you're saying that time doesn't pass in the real world for as long as we're in here. How exactly does it work?
それはですね、神様パワーのおかげです。
You didn't just want to explain it, did you? Now that I think about it, I don't really need to know. It's just that kind of room.
心力によっていかなる時間軸とも交わらない独立した時間軸を形成し、その中に固有の結界を生成して、
Okay, sorry I asked.
ね、ちゃんと説明しようとすると面倒でしょ？どこからでも入れて、元いた場所に戻れる。さらには入っている間は時間が止まっている素敵空間。そのくらいの認識がちょうどいいんですって。
At first mention of time axis, we were already entering the science fiction territory. I'm not a huge fan of that, to be honest.
ともあれ、これが私たちの聖域なわけなんですが。
It's hard to think of the school rooftop in the same way as a place like this.
こんなオカルトチックな場所なんてそうそうにあるわけありませんし。
You have a way with complicating my mood, Urara. That's what happens when you associate gods with the occult. But maybe it means something else, like a place that's hard to penetrate, for example.
いや兄さん、犯すとか女の子の前で言わないでくださいってば。
No, what? You know that's not what I meant, right? Don't respond so strangely. You're not in junior high.
中学生だったらたまらないスタイルの持ち主ではありますけれど。
Not that she brings it up. She's not bad herself. Not that her breasts are particularly big or anything. It's just that she's perfectly balanced from top to bottom. What am I staring at?
まあ、兄さんが不安なら練習台くらいにはなってあげますけど。
Shut up. That won't be necessary. Just continue explaining already.
はーい。
Man, oh man, if we keep going off topic, this conversation is never going to end. As I try to compose myself. Anyway, so that's how it works, huh?
私で練習する方向ですか？
The sanctuary! That's what we're talking about! Stop teasing me every chance you get. You can bet I'm gonna get serious if you don't lay off.
私は別に構いませんよ。
I at least intended to fight back, but I fell silent as she responded with a carefree laugh. She says it so smoothly that I can't help but feel embarrassed.
さておき、聖域ですか。まあ兄さんの想像通り本来の意味そのままでしょうね。もしくはここでしか通じないローカルな意味もあるか。
At the very least, I get the feeling that the word's not being used positively. From the way Yukari said it, I get the sense that she was using it somewhat ironically.
まあ仮にどんな意味だろうと兄さんのやることは変わりませんからね。
Same goes for you. I am to get my destined partner. Urara is to observe me. What we have to do remains the same. There are a ton of things I need to know. I need to know about school rules and about the girls. I know almost nothing as of yet, and that's why I'll do my best. I can't afford to look to the side or to the rear. I have to move with my eyes focused firmly on what's in front of me. I swear I'll do it.
KamiYaba?
Alright.
聖域か。
Oh man,
なるほど。
I want to hear a little bit about this
上書
conversation.
き保存セーブしました。
No, it's already like 2.5 hours. I'll call it a day. Otherwise, I'll never stop.
お姉ちゃんが好きなように設定してタイトル画面へ戻っても
We'll play it another time if you guys really like it.
俺の未来がやばい。
We'll play it another time if you guys really like it. It's already over 2 hours and I have to go eat. I have to go cook dinner. There's no BL route, unfortunately. I wish there was! There is none.
お兄ちゃんが帰ってくるの待ってるからね。
Alright. No crashes, yes! I'm very grateful there's been no crashes. Whatever, maybe some of the stuff I did yesterday helped, but I still have to figure out what that warning is about YouTube. Something about the bitrate. I'll have to figure it out. We played a lot and everything went smoothly, so I'm really happy. Huzzah! Yay! So that is all for today. On Saturday, I'm going to be playing Nikke, the gacha game, because my friend is in it and I want to promote him. He voices a lot of characters in it. Next week, I have a couple streams planned, but I don't want to get it in writing just yet because it might change. But next week, I'm planning to play Period, Two Heart, and Uma Musume. So we got a lot to look forward to. Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna go cook a pizza. I got a frozen pizza. I'm gonna go cook it. And also study, because I have to do that. It's on my to-do list. I hope you guys had lots of fun. I'm glad today went smoothly. I'll talk to you on Saturday. Bye-bye. Da 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 da.